All right, today we're going to unpack some ancient wisdom, but we're going to use some really cool modern metaphors to do it. We're talking about a way to understand your own mind, your reality, and maybe even discover a hidden potential you never, ever knew you had.
Now, really stop and think about that for a second. What if you had something as valuable as a flawless diamond inside of you right now, but you've been treating it like just another rock? Or worse, you didn't even realize it was there at all? Well, this whole explainer is about finding that diamond.
So this diamond we're talking about, it actually has a name. In Buddhist philosophy, it's called Bodhicitta. It's this incredible concept that represents the absolute peak potential of our mind. And trust me, the diamond metaphor is just perfect for helping us get our heads around how big of a deal it really is. Okay, let's break that down. Bodhicitta isn't just about being smart or knowing a bunch of facts. It's about a state of total awareness that gives you the skill to masterfully, gracefully handle anything and everything life throws your way. You know, the source material puts it perfectly. If you really know what a diamond is, you get its value. You know how to use it. If you don't, you might just kick it aside like a piece of gravel. And this diamond analogy, it goes even deeper. First, this core awareness is indestructible. It can't be made, it can't be broken, it's just what you are at your core. Second, it's unbelievably valuable. It's the source code for every good quality you can imagine. But third, it's also heavy. This isn't easy stuff. It takes real dedication and a solid ethical foundation to even hold on to it. And finally, it is so powerful. Like a diamond, it can cut through any confusion, any ignorance, yet nothing can scratch its own pure nature. Okay, so if our mind has this incredible diamond-like potential, what about reality itself? What's it made of? For this, our next metaphor is going to bring us right into the 21st century. I want you to think about a computer screen. Just go with me here. Picture it in your mind's eye, a perfectly clean, clear, luminous screen. That screen, that is your fundamental awareness. That's your true nature. Simple, right? Now, what happens on this screen? Well, everything. The entire movie of your life plays out right there. Every single thought, every feeling, every person you love, every challenge you face, the good, the bad, it's all just pixels and images appearing on that screen. And here it is. This is the absolute key. It doesn't matter what's in the movie. It could be a beautiful love story or a terrifying horror film. The screen itself is never stained. It's never burned. It's never damaged by the images. It always remains perfectly, fundamentally clear. That screen is you. So this idea of an unchanging screen gets at a huge concept called emptiness. Now, that word can be a little scary, I get it, but it does not mean a big black nothingness. It actually means the opposite. It means limitless, aware potential. It's like a blank screen that has the potential to display any movie imaginable. It's full of possibility, not empty of it. Okay, so this brings up a pretty massive question, right? If our true nature is this perfect, indestructible diamond and this clear, unstained screen, then why is life so often confusing and painful? Why do we suffer? What is going wrong here? Well, the source material describes the problem as a kind of glitch, a faulty piece of programming. It calls it delusion. The best way to think about it is like some buggy software that's been running in the background of your mind since the day you were born. It just runs automatically, you don't even have to try, and what it does is it hijacks your energy and convinces you that the crazy movie on the screen is the only thing that's real. But here's the good news. You are not stuck with that buggy software. You can absolutely, consciously install an upgrade. And this upgrade is all about developing what's called a clear view or right view. Let's just look at the side-by-side here. The old automatic program, it runs by itself, it's based on distorted ideas, and it leads straight to confusion. It's basically building castles in the air. The conscious upgrade, on the other hand, takes work, it takes training, but it's based on seeing things as they actually are, and that leads to clarity, to freedom. It's about building your life on solid ground. So how do we actually install this upgrade? Well, it's a skill you can train, just like any other. The source uses a great analogy. It's like learning to write a character in a new language. First, you have to learn the correct way to do it. Then, you constantly compare your own attempts to that perfect model. You keep correcting your strokes over and over until eventually writing it correctly becomes automatic, second nature. It's the exact same process for rewiring our mind.
And listen, this isn't just some abstract mental exercise. This mental upgrade has huge, real-world consequences. It all ties back to the fundamental law of the universe, cause and effect.
Now, this is so important. Your actions matter. Of course they do. But the mindset behind your actions, that's what acts as either a massive multiplier or a massive discount. A clear mind amplifies your positive impact. But a mind running on that old, buggy program of delusion and greed, oof, that applies a huge discount to everything you try to do. And check out this example from the source. It's pretty staggering. Let's say you do something good and the potential positive outcome is worth, say, 10 million, a huge impact. But if your motivation is all tangled up with greed and delusion, that delusion discount kicks in hard. And your actual result might only be worth 1,000. That is a mind-blowing difference, all based on your inner state. But, and this is the hopeful part, the reverse is also true. When you act with a clear mind, with that right view, you get the multiplier effect. It's like you plant one tiny good seed, but because you created the perfect conditions for it, it grows into a massive tree that gives you 1,000 pieces of fruit. So, what this all leads to is maybe the single most empowering idea in this entire framework. And that is the almost unbelievable power that your own perception has to literally create the world you experience. Just let that one sink in for a second. Our conviction, what we truly believe, is what makes our reality. If we believe our problems are solid and permanent, well, then for us, they are. The entire journey is about training our mind to see the fluid, temporary, illusory nature of things, because when we do that, they lose their power over us. So, I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. What's one thing in your life, a belief about yourself, or the world, or another person, that you consider to be absolutely rock solid, non-negotiable? Now, what if you decided, just for a moment, to see that belief not as a rock, but just as another temporary image flickering on that clear, calm, unchanging screen? What might change if you did?